If you're someone who's been curious about getting into drones but felt overwhelmed by the options out there, you're not alone. DJI, the titan of the drone industry, has often been seen as a bit of a sleeping giant when it comes to catering to absolute beginners. For a while, it seemed like they were more focused on advanced users and pros. But this year, they flipped the script with two incredible releases that are shaking up the market. Enter the DJI Mini 4K and the DJI Neo. The DJI Mini 4K is a game changer for those on a budget who still crave professional quality 4K footage. Its top-tier flight performance, crystal clear camera, and premium build leave many cheaper competitors in the dust. It's not just about the visuals, it's the whole package, making it a serious contender for anyone stepping into the drone world for the first time. Then there's the DJI Neo, a bit of a wild card. This autonomous selfie drone does things no other drones could until now. Its features mirror the Hover Air X1 but with that undeniable DJI touch, sleeker, more intuitive, and smarter. Imagine taking your hands off the controls and letting the Neo capture stunning shots, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. Sounds pretty tempting, right? Now here's the catch. Both drones are designed with beginners in mind, but which one should you choose? Let's find out. Hey guys, Richard here from MJM Tech, and I'm just letting you know that I see you watching these videos. But I also see that you are not subscribed to MJM Tech. If you could just do me the smallest of favors, just go down a little bit and click that subscribe button. I know it's a little bit of a favor to ask, but if you could just do that for us here at MJM Tech, we would be so grateful, and we love you very much. Back to the drones and doodads and gadgets and whatnot. When it comes to drones, let's be real. What we really want is a flying camera to capture epic shots for our socials and content creation. If a drone flies great but the camera's mid, it's a deal breaker. So how do the DJI Neo and Mini 4K stack up in the camera department? Let's dive in. The DJI Neo is actually pretty impressive. It's packing a 1/2-inch sensor that can tilt up to 45 degrees for stabilized video, which is solid. But here's the catch. That tilt is less when it comes to snapping photos, and it's still not nearly as smooth as what you'd get with the 3-axis gimbal. Enter the DJI Mini 4K. The gimbal on this thing, a total game changer. It lets you control the tilt and pitch way better, which means smoother pro-level shots every time. Now, both drones can shoot in 4K at 30 frames per second and grab 12 MP photos, but the Mini 4K takes it up a notch with a 48 MP photo mode. Plus, it supports raw DNG photos, giving you way more freedom when it comes to editing. The Neo, on the other hand, sticks to JPEG, which means more in-camera processing that doesn't give you as much creative control. And here's the other thing, if you want to max out the Neo's camera features, you'll need to grab the Fly More bundle. It comes with the DJI RCN3 controller, which basically turns the Neo from a selfie drone into more of a full-on camera drone. But even then, you're still dealing with JPEG-only photos and some pretty heavy processing. So, bottom line, if you're looking for a chill, hands-free drone for quick selfies and videos, the Neo's cool. But if you want a flying camera that's gonna let you create some seriously next-level content, the Mini 4K is where it's at. When you're flying a drone, wind can be a major vibe killer, and this is where the DJI Mini 4K and Neo start to show their differences. The Mini 4K offers level 5 wind resistance, meaning it can handle winds up to 21 miles per hour, while the Neo is just behind at level 4, covering winds up to 18 miles per hour. Now that doesn't sound like a huge difference, right? But here's where the design comes into play. The Neo's propeller guards, while great for protection, makes it more likely to get knocked around by the wind. Even with its fancy stabilization modes like rock steady and horizon balancing, the drone still gets pushed around and that wobble ends up in your footage, especially in windy conditions. The Mini 4K though, thanks to its stronger motors, better wind resistance, and that super smooth 3-axis gimbal, it delivers way more stable footage even when the wind starts picking up. Plus, the Mini 4K can zip through the air at higher speeds, while the Neo tops out at just under 18 miles per hour in sports mode, even when you're using an RCN3 controller. The Neo's big selling point is its autonomous selfie flight patterns, which are fun for a while, but let's be honest, the novelty wears off. It's perfect for quick hands-free shots, but if you want more than just a selfie machine, it can feel a bit limited. The Mini 4K doesn't have those follow me or selfie modes, but it does come with quick shots, which are automated flight patterns that let you capture cinematic footage with just one tap. So while the Neo is fun for those looking for hands-off selfies, the Mini 4K brings more in terms of flight performance and video quality. If you're aiming for pro-level footage without sacrificing ease of use, the Mini 4K is your go-to. When comparing the DJI Neo and DJI Mini 4K, the differences may seem subtle at first, but they can make a big difference depending on what you need. For starters, the DJI Neo is super quiet. It's practically a whisper in the air, which is perfect if you're trying to fly under the radar, literally. While you're filming in a noise-sensitive area or just don't want your drone sounding like a lawnmower, the Neo is definitely less intrusive. The Mini 4K is a bit louder, but still pretty chill compared to the other drones in its class. So unless you're filming wildlife or need absolute silence, it's not a huge issue. Both drones are equipped with a 0.5-inch CMOS sensor, so in terms of basic image quality, they're pretty evenly matched. But the Mini 4K steps it up with some serious processing power, giving you better color accuracy and sharper details. If you're planning on editing your footage or are serious about getting those cinematic vibes, the Mini 4K's got your back. Now both drones also come with a 3-axis gimbal for smooth, stable shots, but the Mini 4K goes one better with improved algorithms that makes video stabilization even smoother. It's a small difference, but one you'll notice when you're flying in windier conditions or going for those silky smooth tracking shots. When it comes to setup, the Neo is super quick and easy to get in the air. It's known for being super user-friendly, so if you're a beginner or just want to get flying without any hassle, the Neo is definitely the way to go. The Mini 4K is no slouch either. It actually has a slightly faster activation time thanks to some firmware and hardware optimizations. So if you want that extra bit of speed when you're setting up, the Mini 4K edges out the Neo. When it comes to price, the DJI Neo seems like a clear winner. The base kit is just $199, and even the Fly More bundle with extra batteries and a proper controller comes in at $289. Meanwhile, the Mini 4K is priced a bit higher, with the base kit starting at $299 and the Fly More bundle hitting $449. But here's where things get interesting. On paper, the Neo's price makes it look like the better deal, right? But if we're talking about value, not just the upfront cost, things shift in the favor of the Mini 4K. So how does that work? When I evaluate a drone, I'm not just looking at the price tag, it's about the full package. The cost, the features, the performance, and most importantly, how long it's going to serve you before you feel the need to upgrade. And this is where the Mini 4K starts pulling ahead. Sure, the Neo is fun with its selfie modes and autonomous features, but let's be honest, those gimmicks will wear off pretty fast. After the initial novelty, you're left with a drone that can't compete with the Mini 4K in terms of camera performance, stability, or versatility. I think many first-time drone buyers who go for the Neo are going to outgrow it quickly. The features that seem cool at first will start to feel limiting, and before you know it, you'll be itching for an upgrade. That's great news for DJI, but not so much for your wallet. The Mini 4K, on the other hand, offers a more complete experience right out the box. It has the staying power to keep up with you as your skills grow, meaning you'll get more use out of it in the long run. Well, that's it for this breakdown. Let me know in the comments which drone you're leaning towards, the Neo or the Mini 4K. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest drone reviews and tech tips. Catch you in the next video.